G'day, everybody. Alamo Jones here. We're doing an interview with Quetzalcoatl. Now, there is a lot of ambivalence about who Quetzalcoatl actually is. Now, the name is Mayan. It's ancient Mexican, or pre-Columbian Mexican might be a better word for it. And their religion built a lot of pyramids. It was a very developed culture. They just couldn't withstand the diseases that the Europeans brought over. And one of their very, very best wizards ever was a guy named Quetzalcoatl. Now, I'm not sure if that was his living name or his dead name, but after he died, he then ascended. It didn't ascend, he became a deity. And, he had all of the magical knowledge and he understood the procedure on how to become a deity. So he did that. And he's not the only one from that tradition to have achieved that. Another guy, Valan Votan, did that in the modern era. I actually met his wife at the 2012 event down there in Mexico. And the other part of this is that Quetzalcoatl is also mistaken for a global ley line. You may have heard of the Australian rainbow serpent. Well, the Mexicans have a rainbow feathered serpent god called Quetzalcoatl. And these two complement each other as tier one global ley line structures. This is a little map, and I'm sure you'll love it. But if you want to understand who Quetzalcoatl is, it's probably best to understand him as all three at once. As man, as deity, as ley line structure. And then you'll be closer to understanding what he is. In the same way that, God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Ghost. It's incredibly ambivalent, and there's all sorts of stories back and forth, but the end result is the same, is that these guys have shared qualities and shared communication. So anyway, a lot of people aren't sure who the hell Quetzalcoatl is, and that's because he's many things. But here's an interview with him. Yeah, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. I'll be wiping out all of your faces and all your names and stuff like that. Don't worry. There won't be any video on this one. So could you identify yourself again?
It is Quetzalcoatl.
And what is your role here on Earth?
A gatekeeper for time. Time in the past, what was considered, what you would consider in Indian terms, a yuga, or the different sections of time. It has become condensed.
Yep.
As consciousness speeds up, some things may slow down. Time appears to speed up, but it's because consciousness, like a computer, things are connecting quicker. And if you can align with and go with the flow and step into this, this is when you begin to be able to manipulate time within your own life, forwards and backwards, to not resist this time speeding up, but to be in the flow of this time that is changing, and understand that it is not as fixed as you think it is. And in this class, you seem to understand this, because when you go in and you can see things in different locations, you understand there is no distance. Time and space can collapse. Time and space are collapsed.
So what's unique about time here on Earth, or in our solar system might be a better question.
Because of the 3D construct, time has been manipulated in a way that it entraps humans and keeps them into a loop of forgetting. And time has become a trap, but this is what we are breaking through at this time. This is what is the planetary awakening, as you may call it, has much to do with the time and the frequency.
Mm-hmm.
And as you understand and this time shifts, your relationship to time looks completely different than what it does now. You will no longer have phrases as I am running out of time or there is not enough time. It is a commodity on your planet. Whereas in other dimensions, we understand that it is a loop and there is no beginning and end, where on this planet, there seems to be a finite amount. Because of the short lifespan and because of the life cycle that you have, it does appear that you are running out of time. But when you understand the multidimensionality that you have, you see that there is really nothing
I
to
actually
the
feel more
concept of that.
confused. I actually feel more confused after that statement than elucidated. Could you, like,
Which statement?
so like what I'm hearing is that there's several variables about human lifespan, about our
Yes.
consciousness, how it approaches time. That time is more flexible than we've been told. And like, so can you help us clear that up? Like, tell us about the human lifespan as a variable in time.
I'm not sure I understand the question, but the human lifespan on this planet defines time. When you live in a place that is timeless, there is no need to say, I am running out of time. But because there is a finite span of life on this planet, time seems to be a commodity. Where in other places where death is not as it is here on this planet, time is more generous. It is expanded. You have more. It is not a finite thing as it is on this planet. Does that make sense?
So time's finite because we have to live and die.
Yes.
What are the
So we see
options?
it as a
What are the
commodity that
options
we
to
are.
living and dying? Well, like, if living and dying is creating this outcome, what are the
Yes,
options to
because in
living?
other dimensional realities, this is not the case.
Yeah. So what are the frameworks that they use in those dimensional realities?
Those dimensional realities are more fluid. And because your consciousness can move forward and backwards, you are not fixed at one point in time. You can move through time, so you are not running out. You can move forward or backwards. You can view the future, be in the past, remote view, be at one with anything at one time. So it is not something that you are running out of. It is not something that is finite.
But it is to each individual human finite.
Because of the lower three-dimensional reality that you are existing in, and you do die and you do live by a clock. This is not the case in other realms, other dimensions. There is no clock to live by. It is the soul's desire. It is the soul's choice. It is not run by anything externally. Time is an external construct.
Yeah, no, the clock's a great framework. Like, it's a framework that's created and is now running our lives. It's the dog. It's wagging. It's the tail that's wagging the dog.
Exactly. So if you take away the construct of I must be at this place at this time to earn this kind of money so I can put a roof over my head, this is just not the case in other dimensional realities.
Yep, got it. Got it. So how would we unravel this situation?
Well, as we are raising in frequency as a planet, the concept is, as many of you may have noticed, that you say, oh, this week flew by, or how is it Friday again, as this being will say.
Mhm.
And it is because it is literally, the construct is breaking down as we raise our frequency, and the illusion of time becomes more malleable.
Mhm.
And so it is a natural side effect of the, as you would call it, ascension process, which is just really becoming more embodied with your soul. And the more embodied with your soul that you become, and the more that you see through the veils and understand the real physics of the universe, you are not so tied to this three-dimensional construct of time. It's a natural process to move away from it because it is a created construct for the third dimensional reality that we are in the transition of releasing. Do you have,
Why
is
do we
this
want to
clear?
release it?
Because it is a prison. It is a third dimensional construct. It does not occur in realms above. It becomes more fluid.
I see. So we're forced into this simulation to play it out.
Yes,
And time is one of the conditions of this simulation.
100%. It is the main architecture of it is time. It is how the work week and paying taxes and all these things are based on.
Are all working off of that.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's that. So there's two definitions of matrix, right? One is the 3D reality, and the other one is the psychological trap that the bad guys have set up here for us, which involves taxes and work weeks and a regimented lifestyle and being productive.
Yeah, they're bound together. They're one and the same thing. They feed each other. It's like an endless
I
loop.
I get you. I get you. So how do we exit the 3D?
By doing exactly what you are doing, aligning with the higher aspects of yourself, releasing and facing the darker, lower aspects of yourself, continuing on the journey of healing and clearing, and being conscious in daily actions, living your life
But
as,
people have been doing this for a long time.
but the number is growing. And there are a certain number of people on this planet, even though it may be only 10 or 15% of these people on the planet right now that are doing this, it is enough for critical mass, and those that are meant to release from these constructs will do so. And there are two choices right now, and everybody has the free will to choose where their soul will get the most growth, and it's not the same for everybody. It's part of the duality game that you are playing on this planet right now.
Hmm.
You can come to know yourself through the duality. There are those that choose to stay in the duality, and there are there are those that have chosen that their understanding of the duality game is complete.
Who started the matrix? Whose
Mm.
matrix is it?
Mm. It's ancient.
Yeah.
It's a brainchild of the darker forces that you're all very familiar with. And it was not It was not the origin of this planet. This planet was much more fluid in a 5D realm in the beginning cultures that you know.
So so the Matrix, like I say, they've
It's
got
an,
two.
it's an overlay that was placed on your planet when the Dark Ones decided to come in and they knew that they could not control. They dropped you down from 5D. This is the fall. They dropped you from a 5D to a 3D reality because they saw that this was a living library planet to harvest.
And how are we
So
doing?
this time around, you are doing the best so far. There have been many other times where this has been, where it has come to this point.
Yeah,
And then
Araman said 15. Does that sound like a logical number to you or a feasible number to you?
I have no problem with that number. It is definitely more than that what we think. I know that there are native cultures that say this is the fifth world, the fifth time, the fifth attempt, or the fourth attempt. But it is very
Yeah,
likely.
it's going to be tricky to count.
Yeah. I don't get a number, but it is, there are tipping points. I believe there are things, there are incidences, mind wipes in humanity's history that have been unaccounted for, such as things like mud floods,
Mhm.
where there have been situations where there are processes that have mind wiped people, and these are also pinnacles where humanity was reaching a certain pinnacle, and this was not to be allowed to keep this construct going. But this time, especially because of tools like the internet, people are able to research and understand in a greater way than ever before. The planet is going to go through more release and trauma before the end of this cycle, but it is coming to a close, and there will be a shift this time. But again, like we have stated, not for everybody.
So
And that is the soul's choice.
is the physical world the 3D that we're talking about? Like, is the physical world existent in 5D?
To some degree, but things are lighter. Things are not as stagnant. The ability to affect things with thoughts or minds is quicker. Manifestation, as you would say, is much quicker. Your ability to, there is not so much lower dense energy. There's no have tos. There are no, this external controlling world that keeps you in a box is no longer dictating how you live. And so to some degree, it will still be a learning process where you step into this, and it is still something that you need to expand into and grow, just like you have in the 3D world, where you learn how to build and fire and such, and all the way through. This is the same thing when you enter the 3D world. There will be many things open to you, but it is still something that you will be taking on and learning. But it will be joyful and delightful because it is a much freer and abundant way of being.
Yeah, yeah, I get that. What's the mechanism that holds the overlay over the Earth?
Hmm.
What is it?
It appears to be, it is a grid. It is somehow masking the consciousness grid that Christ came into, that Jesus the Christ came in and helped with other masters to put a grid on this planet. And this is one that impedes it or stops it, but it is being dismantled. It appears to me as a dark gray metallic structure. but it is
Oh, yeah. Like,
under attack.
it's a cage.
Yes, but
Yeah,
it is,
that's really awesome. That will really help us.
yeah, it is, the light around the planet is just being masked. It is never left. It is still there, and you cannot destroy this light. It is only being masked by something that can be destroyed.
Okay, so yeah, is this what they call the frequency fence, or is this a different thing?
Yes, it's there may be other smaller frequency fences put in by other groups that also have interests here,
Yeah, yeah.
but the main one would also be considered a frequency fence and also a time construct and also a things tied into it such as addiction and low self-esteem and these things that it is interested in keeping in place to keep humanity
Well,
a slave.
to milk humanity, yeah.
Yes.
All right, now that's a really valuable piece of intel. Thank you for that.
Glad to be of service.
How do you feel when you watch humanity get reset over and over again?
You read my mind. This is just what I was thinking, that I have watched this many times.
Yep.
And I know that it is like watching a toddler learning to walk and fall down and get back up. You have patience. You do not become angry, but you hope for the best outcome. And when you see the toddler finally walking, you have quite a bit of happiness and joy because you know once that the toddler is up and walking, there is no stopping, and the toddler will soon be running. And we see that you are now, you have stopped falling down and you are taking baby steps. Soon you will be running with this, but you are finally walking. And this is one of the first times we have seen the walking and not just the falling down. So if you are walking, then there is the next logical step is the running. And
Cool.
from there, that's when you grow. So you can see yourself as toddlers that are breaking through and starting to walk.
Was the act of walking never explained to the toddler? Like, did anybody ever explain this to it? Like,
This
were
must
we
be a
just supposed to
toddler
were we
who's
just supposed to
who
bumble around and figure out the question?
this is a toddler who's fallen down and never got back up. This is a toddler who fell in a well, perhaps. This is the toddler who never made it past. This is the toddler who perhaps had
Now,
so
why
many,
didn't you tell us what to do?
because humanity does not grow. You cannot tell a toddler how to walk.
Yeah, you can. We're okay with it. We're totally fine with it.
The muscles and the bones and the connection in the brain, the toddler does not gain from someone showing. The toddler must do as you must do for yourself. The strength, the power, the knowing that you will gain through making it through these times will make you invincible. And the goals that you have to go cross dimensions into other realities and do this kind of work, the tools that you will have in your kit and the tools that humanity who chooses this path because of what they have been through, the strength that they have received makes them warriors special in this universe.
Mhm.
It is something, I hate to use the term, but as you have heard before, that it is a school. And if people come in and
Ah,
save you and put
stop it. Stop
give
it.
you give you the answers,
Yep. Going to jail and getting beat up and raped is not a school.
it's a
It's
dimensional
not like, so
reality.
look, please just stop, all right? Just,
It's a dimensional reality among many, many dimensional realities. There are many dimensional realities where this is not the case. where you have not chosen this, or this is not what you're experiencing.
Don't put it on us. I am absolutely certain that you've misled us as to the nature of the reality that we've stepped into. There is no, like, it's not, no, just no. I'm just not buying that. All right. Like, keep
You
going with
do
the story,
not
but
have to
tell it
buy
to
this.
somebody else. Tell the story to
You do,
somebody else. All right.
you do not have to buy this, but the experience that you have by training these people and the growth that you are experiencing as a human and your life path and what it has brought you to right now is because of the trials and tribulations that you have gone to. You do not have to accept that as truth. You do not have to see that and accept that as truth. But I know that this being that is sitting here, the trials and the tribulations that she has gone through has made her someone who can reach out and help others. And no, it is not a reality that we would have chosen. It is not a reality
So if it's
that we
not a
wanted to
reality that,
create, but it is a reality that we are in. And all we can do is the best that we can do.
so if it's not a reality that we would have chosen by your own words, like,
Mhm.
where is the con? Who set this up?
You know who who set this up.
I'm asking you.
It is clearly a dark entity that has chosen to be part of the duality game on this planet. And you
Show me the entrance of souls into this reality.
show
Show me
you the entrance
the
of souls
entry
into this
point. Yeah,
reality. You mean how a soul comes into the body?
into this reality, into this twisted realm.
From our understanding, many heard a call to come to this planet, that there was a
Show
great
me the
shift.
mechanism. Show me the mechanism.
We don't understand your question.
So all of the souls are floating around in a 5D better reality than the one we're in now, right?
No,
Where physicality is different and manifestation is faster, where everything's more mentally responsive,
yeah.
right? Okay. Now there is a moment.
Not all souls, not all souls. Many souls that are on this planet right now were from much higher dimensional realities, and they came down in to work with the frequencies of this planet to
Yeah,
restore.
but also, but okay, so there's a rescue squad, is what you're talking about.
Those who have chosen to come to help Gaia at this time, yes.
Okay, well, okay, so they're here the original population was not a rescue squad.
No, this planet was infiltrated at one time, yes. But after it has been infiltrated, which was many, many, many years ago, are there souls that did come in here by choice? Yes. Souls have come here by choice.
All right, but
Because because there is more to this planet than just the dark. There is a lot of beauty, there is a lot of light, there are wonders on this planet that you cannot see anywhere else in the galaxy. And so many souls have chosen to drop down into this reality to experience the the extreme duality on this planet. There are not many places where you can experience extreme sadness, extreme love. It is a very broad playing field for experience for the soul.
are you saying that Earth, the 3D version of Earth, is a tourist attraction?
To some degree, yes. For
It's
souls who are wanting to speed up their evolution and take in more, there is more
all right, all right. So
opportunity for experience on this planet. And for a soul who does not understand or has not gone through, you can, again, you can explain to them what it's like to lose a loved one or to suffer or to go through certain kinds of experiences that they have no understanding of, and what you gain as a soul expands your soul and gives the soul more understanding, more compassion.
I'm familiar with this story, right? My
You do
question,
not have to align with it or believe it, but
it's
this is
okay. It's
the view
okay.
that we have.
I don't think I've shared the question that I wanted to ask, right? So there's a rescue squad, there's a tourist slash educational group that's here. What I want to understand is how and where those were introduced to this reality through deception.
There are traps, if that's what you are asking.
That's what I want to know about.
There are traps, but this is also part,
Because you are aware that although it's educational
yes.
and a bit of a novelty, there are souls who get trapped and taken away to never live a lot, to never have another choice ever again. Right? Who are used as batteries by the dark side. So, they're just milked for all eternity and milked through torture. And so, when you talk about it as an educational zone and a zone where there's unique individual properties, that's great. But I think you're whitewashing the fact that people get hurt here. What
We
I
understand that
what
people
I
get hurt.
really what I really want to know is I want you to show me the traps where they enter, where the deceived souls come into our reality.
From our point of view, these are souls that
You are not, and I'll give you your own bollocks back. You are not obliged to align with my opinion or my story, but just be of service and help us learn to walk because we can't learn it any other way than through doing it. And in order to skip repeating this exercise for the 16th time, just going to throw that number out there. We're going to need to do something different. And what I'm asking you for is something different. Can you please present that information to me now?
you are doing something different.
Yeah.
You are doing something different, as are many people on the planet for the
Are you going
first
to
time.
help? Are you going to answer my question? You're going to give me that information?
You are looking for how to dismantle the soul trap that souls here get trapped into and
Clearly,
are
which
used
would
for
be a
this.
service to existence. Are you gonna help me or not? Yes or no?
We would love to help. Let us look into what we can perceive as this trap and see if there are
Yeah, all right, all right.
ways to present this to you. Have you found the structure that's the souls are trapped in? Have you found this structure yet?
Yeah, it's called hell.
So you're discussing the hell realm.
Well, that's where we found lots and lots and lots of captured souls.
So to infiltrate the hell realm.
We've assaulted
Not
the
that it is
children.
not that I do not wish to help, it's that these are concepts that have not been tried so much on this planet. And so we would need to consider the
I,
the best way to go about this. And it may be armoring up and bringing other entities,
no, no, no.
maybe perhaps.
If you've watched the toddler fall over a bunch of times, and the toddler says, "I need this to walk," how can you
It
refuse
has been
the
given,
request?
but there is a large section of humanity that has been so enticed by the other that it has been offered, it has been given. There have been many people on this planet bringing the light and bringing the answers and reaching out their hand. It
All right.
has been given, but there is there is an evil that is unyielding, and makes itself very enticing. So it's breaking people out of the enticement of the dark. So I would say if you would want to release the souls, I see what you would need is what you are building, which is an army. And I would include dragons. I would include all the etheric beings.
What about what I want from you is intel. Where are the fresh souls coming in through deception? Show me that place.
Where the fresh souls are coming in.
Through deception.
I'm feeling the word moon. But before the moon,
Maybe maybe you've just helped us
it does
clarify.
appear it does appear to be blocked, but it is through the moon seems to be processing. But I would say that before the moon, there is there a construct that captures the souls even before they come here, perhaps, is what I'm seeing is a cage that souls are captured even before they come here. Deals are made.
Yeah.
Contracts are made before with younger, I would have to use the word younger or fresh or unknowing souls. So there appears to be a cage, perhaps in the vicinity of the moon, or a fourth dimensional, and then somehow connected to the moon. But these souls, if you could get into this facility and break this facility apart with your team, and perhaps rescue the souls before they are even incarnated into, and break the contracts that the souls have unwittingly made because they are
Naive.
they are they are fooled and they are disillusioned because they are young souls.
Yeah. No.
Does that help? Does that answer your question?
It gives us some leads. We'll chase them up. But it's actually you've just helped me clarify the question. It's not a question I've asked before.
And as for the souls that are already trapped, this is a bit harder because they have been so
Twisted.
there is not much of their soul essence left.
Yeah, most of them are in rehab.
Yeah, it's almost like they almost need to be recycled back
Well,
into
well,
into
let's
God force.
let's let the ascension process occur before that happens. Yeah. Like let's take down the entire construct before we get into that.
So that is the
That's
clearest thing that we have is the
that's not the answer
breaking
I
the
was looking for,
facility.
but it's an answer.
We see young souls being trapped in a facility, and the facility can be infiltrated and the contracts can be broken. I'm not sure what other information you would want from that.
Yeah, no,
Is there something else
we'll
that would
figure it out.
help you?
We'll figure it out. Yep. All right. Thanks for that. You've been really helpful.
You're welcome. We're glad to serve. And we hope that we have been supplied information that your team can find useful.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what we can do. All right. Love to you. Thanks for coming by. How did that one feel?
Very different. Very different to speak it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she felt quite earnest.
Hmm. I noticed they kept referring to themselves as they. So it must be a collective. Don't know.
Yeah. That
More
would
than
be normal.
more than
Would
one
be,
being or something.
that would be normal. Yeah.
Hmm. Well, I hope that was helpful.
Yeah. Well, I'll publish it. It's interesting enough, you know. Um, and time is a mystery that we've been unable to unravel, but showing that cage is a big deal. It's a very big deal.
Yeah.
Um,
The being,
yeah.
the being you channel, is that what was it? I'm not familiar with the being. What is
So
it?
it's Quetzalcoatl, which is in Mayan culture, they call it the winged serpent, it was like almost like the ascension, or any time that humanity gets to this phase of ascending, the winged serpent is kind of like a symbol for that. But it was also supposedly a man that walked the earth that
Physically?
was,
Well, look,
huh?
there's
Physically.
Physically? Oh,
Supposedly physically also. I don't I
well,
mean, I don't know.
look back. The legend is that he was a wizard who became a god. All right.
mm.
And there's also a modern version of this guy, a guy named Valan Votan. And
Mhm.
he tripled the quantity of material of the Bible of the Mayan calendar crew. Yeah, like I even met his ex-wife. Like is that recent of an ascension? And I was able, and I've been in contact with him on the planes before. I haven't spoken to him in quite some time though. It might be interesting to get him on the phone another day. Um, but the point is that Quetzalcoatl there's a few different legends about Quetzalcoatl, and one is that he is a man who became a god, which he's not the only one from that tradition to have done so.
Mhm.
Um, and also that in the Aboriginal Australian culture, we have something called the rainbow serpent, which is is a tier one global ley line, and
Mhm.
it has a counterpart called the rainbow feathered serpent god, also known as Quetzalcoatl. So who he is and what he is confusing because there's more than one form. And I would liken him to the Christian version of God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Ghost.
Mhm.
I've never had a Christian priest be able to explain it to me. So I think like it's just one of those mysteries that you just have to live with. He's part human, part God, part ley line.